Today I'm going to talk about the current state of the market, how my investments from yesterday went, and what I'm looking to invest in here in the future. So as expected, the market is looking very healthy. All of these meta players and high rated players are still on the rise. Hullet is now up to 28 million, getting closer to 30. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him at 30. Maldini here is doing extremely well, down from its 17 to 18 million dollar mark a day or two ago, up to 23 to 24 million. Even a gold card like Neymar is hitting a high of 12.8 million. Bellingham is seemed to have made a full recovery back up to the 9 to 9.5 million dollar mark. And of course, the main man R9 is still going up. He's now at 35 million and can probably reach 36 or 37. The two main UCL cards, Bellingham and Haaland, seem to be getting to about their true market price. Haaland here at about 44 to 45 million. That's where you see the buy orders and sell orders starting to balance out. And Bellingham is in the same boat, balancing out at around 34 to 35 million. So the overall market is doing fairly well as expected because we haven't had anything that would put a ton of selling pressure on the cards, decreasing the prices. All we've had is people making more coins and then being able to buy more players for a higher price. So with that being said, let's look at the investments that I made yesterday. I bought a handful of Rudigers between 9.1 to 9.5, and he reached a peak of almost 11 million, and now he's back down to 9.5, which is all right. I'm not too upset about that. I have 5 copies left of him, and I'm going to hold on to them for the next little bit. He saw a ton of supply yesterday at reset, so I'm not surprised that he dropped back in price. The other one that I bought was Kyle Walker, who, as you can see here, is now at 6 million coins, and he reached a peak of about 7 million, just over 7. And the reason why his price has gone down is because a new exchange for him came out yesterday at reset. And because it wasn't that expensive to do, a bunch of people were able to complete it, go onto the market, and sell him for a slight profit. Meaning that his price decreased a lot at reset, all the way down to I think like 5.6 million coins maybe, and it's slowly working its way back up. Now, luckily for me, I did use an investment tactic to try to mitigate my risk. So when he went up to 7.18, I actually sold off half my copies of him. So as you can see here, I have roughly 10 or 11 copies of Walker that I sold at 7.18, and I also sold a handful of Rudigers at 10.6. And the reason for doing this is because I wanted to lock in profits on these cards, which I did, just in case they went down in value. But I still held on to half of my copies in case they did go up a ton in value over time. But like I said, the Walker did crash, and unfortunately I didn't get onto the game until hours after the reset, so I ended up coming back to him only selling at 6.28, which means that for each of these, I'm claiming 5.65 million coins, but I only spent 4.8 to 5.3 million on these copies. So regardless, I'm still in the profit. Now for all of these cards here on the transfer list, I did the math last night, and I spent a total of 144,170,000 coins on all of them. And if we claim them, I'm getting 163 million, meaning that I made roughly a 20 million coin profit. I'll take it. That's still pretty good. I was hoping to make more, but from what I could see here, it's going to take some time for Walker to get back up in price, so I don't think I'm going to buy him at the moment. I might buy him at a reset today or tomorrow, because he may go down further than 6 million. And as for my Rudigers, I'm just going to hold on to them. Now, I did rank up my Walker a few times. I used a couple of the copies that I bought for him, which were essentially free because I just made 19 million coins profit. So far the investment was really successful, but what can we look for here in the future? Well, the first thing is to look at new exchanges that are going to come out over the next couple days. We don't know for sure if they will, but if we have more exchanges like Walker, at reset, I'm going to go into the game, check for exchanges. If there are any, I'm going to see what cards are required, go and buy them up quickly, and then sell them for a profit. And yesterday for the Walker exchange, it was 80 plus rated Premier League players. So if we go over here, I'm going to show you guys the price movement that we saw on those players. So this guy here was going for about 270,000 coins, roughly that, before the Walker exchange came out, and now he's up to 320, which is a tidy little profit. It's not a ton of coins, but it is something we could do every time the exchanges come out. The other opportunity that seems to be there is another exchange for an 87 rated card, which they seem to be doing for every single event. So if they do it for other leagues, it may be these two guys here, and if it is, then I can buy some La Liga players ahead of time and some Serie A players ahead of time. Because if it's anything like the Walker exchange, those cards will be going up in value. And the final investment opportunity is these exchanges here that are going to refresh in 5 days. They require players like 84 plus rated players. So I'm thinking that guys like this over here in the market that we were looking at before, like Perez, may go back up in value. He's dropped from 650 all the way down to 530 now, and over the next few days he's probably going to drop a little bit lower because people have already done those exchanges. But when they likely refresh next Wednesday, an 84 rated card like him will go back up in value, so I might be investing in him in a few days time. Anyways, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like. If you're new, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.